God, please, like, please just change my taste for this. Like, in the past year, I tried to stop smoking.
Welcome back to Podcast on Wheels. I'm your host, Brian Smith, and tonight in studio, we've got one of my newest best friends. Welcome to the studio, Victoria.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Awesome. So as I've gotten to know you, I've learned a lot about you. But for the people that are watching, you have some things that you can solve problems you can help people with right now. What are some things that you do that can help some people?
Number one, I can help people make content. Start by getting some photos, some videos, visiting you at your job or wherever place would best represent what you do, and just helping you capture that content.
Yeah. So as you capture the content, do angles matter, lighting? How does that stuff play?
It does matter. Yes, it does. I think the number one thing that matters, though, is being natural. That's the number one thing that matters. But yeah, of course, the lighting, the vibe, yeah, it all matters.
Well, the reason I asked that is you bring a great vibe. You bring great energy. The first time I met you at a networking event, I made a joke and you laughed and you made the old guy feel good. And it's like, I like her energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So getting to see that, you coming in and shooting some content or creating that, and then, where would they go from there? They get the content, but what do they do with that?
So once you have the content, then you can make business assets, you can make flyers, you can make graphics, you can make videos. You have things for your social media, things for your website. Like, it all starts with content, because you can only use so many AI generated images and things from Google. So it starts with the personal content, the unique content.
So on this show, we've had people all over the world, and everybody has the same thing that always comes back to. It's the people. It's being able to relate to, trusting the brand. So if somebody wants to do business with somebody, you can help them build trust in their brand and build that notoriety. So how would you, let's put you to the test here. You ready? Let's say that you've got somebody that comes and says, hey, I want to do this fitness shoot and I want to build this out. How would you meet them at a gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
First, I'd say where you work out at, and then whatever they say, I'd be like, okay, you want to meet there?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come there, because like I said, it has to be natural. Whatever your normal environment is, like, let's work off that. Don't try to do something you don't usually do or be something who you aren't, because it's going to fail all the time.
Authentic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in this time with like Chat GPT and all the AI stuff, like, being unique is what's going to set you apart, because everyone is starting to blend into the same thing right now. Like, I'm watching it happen, and it's sad. It's sad. Like, the creatives aren't creative anymore.
How as you see that, and I'm going to agree with you, because as I look at some of my people that I follow, say on social media, I'm looking at their images, and now this guy kind of looks like that guy, and that guy looks like that guy. Now, I've played with it myself, and if somebody sees this, you're going to know that I was a baby just a couple weeks ago, right, on this show. But right, I was a baby sitting here talking to DJ about his wife and the spoiled milk. But yes, it's fun. And it can be used to entertain, right?
Yeah.
In a way for that. Like, I use Chat GPT every day.
Same.
Okay.
All day, yeah.
Because I'm going to use it for research, and I'm going to say, hey, these are my thoughts. Let's organize. Let's come together.
That part.
Right. But in order to stay true, like, how do you understand that? Because, do you have a story? Do you have stay true to yourself, or you learn yourself, or how would that work?
How do you stay true to yourself in this day and age?
Yeah.
Let me see. So, I mean, use your brain. I feel like that sounds really simple, but, like, don't go straight to Chat GPT and be like, how do I blah, blah, blah. Like, no, have your own ideas, put it in Chat GPT. Can you make 10 more ideas like this? That's what I do. Like, you gotta start with your own thing, because I think people forget that Chat GPT, Google, like, it's pulling from other things on the internet. So you're not gonna find something unique. It's impossible. It's AI. Yeah. So yeah, I say don't, I posted something on LinkedIn, and I said, basically, like, don't forget how you got where you are. That's what I was talking to creatives. Like, you have to stay creative. Like, don't forget how you got here. You can't just start forgetting how to be creative, which I see happening. And it's like, sad and disturbing because AI is a tool. It's not our creativity, you know? It's a tool.
Yeah. So you're reminding me of a friend of mine who has a business, and I'd say their biggest thing that they do is they'll go into a store and wrap the outside and make it the windows pop. And like if you've been to Chicago, how the Nike store looks as you walk down, in Chicago, or different locations, different.
Yeah.
You lived in California for
Oh,
a while, I
yeah.
think. So you,
I
you
know what
get the idea, right?
Yes.
But as we've talked, and I've got to know Nick a little bit better, he has actually started working with creatives to stay creative, and now he
He's
has,
smart.
but he's like, hey, if I hadn't have looked at this from this angle and pulled this and did this and splattered paint over here and did it that way, well, I couldn't do that on this computer. It's
Yeah.
not me,
Yeah.
right? So, and then he put it up on the storefront. He said, this is the real one. This is which one would you want on your store? So it made the difference. Right now, does he use software and technology to get there? Of course, right?
Yeah.
Use your tools, as you said.
Mhm.
But that's what I'm hearing from you. So the authentic to yourself, you can help somebody they have to have their purpose, their identity, everything there, right? You're not
Yeah.
you're not
I can't
a
make something
psychiatrist.
nothing. Yeah.
You're not going to have them on the couch to explain everything. No, it's like,
Exactly.
here, what do you do? How
Mhm.
can I help you get from A to B?
Yeah. Usually I ask, like, what are your pain points? Like, why do you feel like you're not where you want to be? Because usually, like, when people go to someone that works in marketing, it's because they are not creative, So they need someone that is to make their thoughts creative, Like, creatives, they should be used just like you said your friend is using them. That's amazing. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
That's awesome. So I do have a few tattoos and some things that mean something. You got any tattoos or anything that?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a few. You could tell it.
So I got these. Okay. So before I moved to Alabama, I was working in the cannabis industry legally for 7 years. And I laugh at this now, but I genuinely thought I was going to sell weed for the rest of my life. And I was like, wow, it's so cool. And then I moved to Alabama and I was like, oh my gosh, where is it? Like, I was like, I don't know what's going on. But also in the same breath, like, I came back to Christ because, he doesn't leave. I left. I kind of drifted. But I came back and honestly, I was praying and praying and praying, like, God, please just change my taste for this. Like, in the past year, I tried to stop smoking like probably 11 times, but I started smoking when I was 12. That's a 20-year habit that I had, So I was trying and trying, and like everyone was telling me, God's gonna change your taste. Like, He'll change your taste for it. And I was like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Like, that's my favorite thing. Like, how is He? Like, I don't get it. But when I say one day I just woke up and was just like, I don't want that anymore, and like never did it again. Like, never did it again. So I've been like, and my whole thing about coming back to Christ is that I really want Him to be able to use me. And I want to be a good example for other people. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't Christians that smoke. That's not what I'm saying. But I would hate for someone to not believe that I'm a Christian because of an old tattoo. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is not who I am. Like, this is not my identity. It was at one point, but it's not anymore. So my goal, not even my goal, it's what I'm doing. It's my gift to myself this year on my birthday. I'm going to get this changed to 828, which is the verse that is on my grandpa's tombstone. He was a pastor. And I'm changing this to... You want to guess what I'm changing this to?
Go ahead.
Highly favored.
Okay.
Because I definitely am. Like,
Yes.
I know that. So, yeah, that's the story behind these tattoos. I also have this one, which is a bird I got in Miami with some friends. But yeah, I'm probably going to stop putting ink on my body now because obviously I don't make smart decisions. But that's the story of mine. What's your
Yeah.
favorite tattoo that you have?
It's hard to say because this is in memory of my brother. This is
Mhm.
my firstborn son. That's my second son. That's my second son. That's part of his. That's Courtney with the heart here.
That's so
The roses. That's something my brother who passed wrote, and that's part of his, and that was one of his.
They all mean something.
Yeah.
I love that.
But underneath there might have been one or two bad ones. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. Okay. I was saving that for last.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's right there. There we go. Yeah. There's some cover up in there. Thanks again, Mike. You did a good job. There's my lions. That's where the
Wow. I like
maybe you can
lions.
see me and the boys. So, yeah, but yeah, there's a cover.
That's so cool though. The feet. Does the same person do all your tattoos?
Now he does. I've had
They're
like
good.
two or three guys over the past 10 years work on me. So yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, but that was not one of them. So
Oh, and you and Courtney have the matching crosses on your finger.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that is that finger, guys. That's it. You can come around here.
Yeah, because I saw hers earlier. I was like, so cute.
Yeah,
Did that
that's her
hurt
first.
really
That's her
bad?
and only.
Did it hurt really bad? Did you cry?
Well, it was
She
like,
did it because of love.
Okay, I cried getting
like,
these.
He did so good. Like right when I was about to say, okay, that's enough. It was like time for more ink.
Oh.
Okay. So it was just like this back and forth.
All right. Yeah. No. I'm gonna give a shout out to Matt Gaska. He uses a battery powered,
Mm-hmm.
and so when he works here, it's not as intense.
Yeah.
And he's, and he and I've talked a few times about. He worked on me one time, and I was like, "Bro, you're killing me!" Like I was sweating, and the next time I came back, he goes, "Bro, I was in a bad mood. It was my energy." I was like,
Oh, that happens? That's terrifying.
I mean, but you talk about it, right? I mean, everything, and there's this and that. I'm just trying to prep you before you go get your no,
Oh my
because you
gosh.
won't be high this time,
It's so funny you say that because I was
See?
definitely high last time. Like,
But let's talk a little bit about removing that taste because my best friend from high school was on this show.
Mhm.
And you talk about going from this to this. He's a cop. He's been a cop his whole life, and he experienced a miracle. And God said, "Do you think I'm only the God from the Old Testament? Like that only happened then? No, it can happen now, right?" So I'm the same God that did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's comfort in that.
Yes.
So much.
And so, he said, we were sitting there talking one day, and I said, "I don't think I've heard you cuss." He said, "One day I stopped. It just stopped." He said, "I have no desire."
Him one day
Yeah.
because I have the worst mouth.
Yeah. Well,
been
the
praying
other
about
day,
it.
I was at his daughter's high school graduation party, and somebody said something, and he said, "Yeah, that's a cool air fryer." And I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "That's what AF means to him, air fryer." And I was like, "Okay, bro. All right." So, yeah, that was taking that taste away. So you're telling me that you smoked for how long, and then
20 years, and it's crazy because I remember the thing is, I told you I tried over and over to quit. Like, I remember being like, okay, starting on Sunday, no more, starting on Sunday, starting on Monday, and then, one day I was, sitting in the backyard, I was hitting my bong, like I always did, and I was just, as it was, going out, I was looking at it, and I was just like, ugh. I was like, I think I'm, cool off this, but totally didn't think I was serious because when have I been serious,
Yeah.
So I went in the house, I put it down, and then I went to someone's house that night and they were smoking and they were like, "Oh, you want some?" I was like, "No." And they were like, "What?" I was like, "No, I'm good." He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I don't know, I'm cool." And I just kept talking and I never smoked again. Never again. It just never,
yeah,
it was odd. It was, it's hard for me to explain it because I did not quit.
right.
I didn't quit. God was just like, "You're done."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, bet."
Yeah.
I don't know what happened,
Right.
but I am happy. And it's mind boggling because I've never not smoked. It's smoking something I did in the morning, it's something I did before I went out, it's something I'm never a drinker, I was a smoker.
Yeah.
So it was just what I did all the time, every day. Anything happens, oh, I need to smoke. Even if something good happens, oh, I need to smoke.
Yeah.
All the time. And now it's I don't even think about it.
Mhm.
It's it never happened. Literally a new creature.
That's what the Bible says.
Exactly.
2 Corinthians 5:17. It does say that. You are a new
does.
creation. So as you went through that, and now are you seeing things different? Is there, or do you, because your personality, I wouldn't have known if you smoked or not smoked. You're always
The same.
it's just, hey,
Yeah.
you know what you're getting with Victoria. I haven't got to see you behind closed doors, and I'm sure there's some time you need some time for Victoria. But
Yeah.
so how do you keep that energy going? And
I feel like you know the answer to this.
well, tell me.
Prayer.
Yeah.
Surrender every day, constantly. Hey, God has done some amazing things for me in the past 6 months of my life. And I'm fully aware of the fact that all of this has happened because of him. I'm not able to do any of the things that I've done. I know that for a fact. Another small example. God was telling me to go back to school for the past 2 years, and I was like, absolutely not. No. Like, I never wanted to go to school. I went when I was younger because my dad made me. He's like, you're either going to school or you're moving out. And eventually I actually just moved out. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm selling weed for the rest of my life. Like, stupid. So yeah, I was just like, no, I'm not going to school. I hate it. But it kept coming up, and it was happening so much and so consistently with people that didn't know me, people that did know me, that I was like, okay. And I was like, I feel like God wants me to be like obedient. For real.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't know. Like, ew. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I had no money. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. But, they say that, God will handle all of that. Just do what he says. So I was like, okay. So I went to school, started this year in January. I'm going to fast forward real quick. I finished 5 classes with a 4.0. I have never gotten 5 A's ever. Ever. From elementary to college, I never got 5 A's. I got 5 A's at one time. And I don't even feel like it was hard. It's like it just happened.
Mhm.
He made me a scholar.
Mhm.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
know how he did that. Like, and like, also, I need to add in that first week of school, they were basically like, hey, you need to make this much amount of money or your class will get dropped. And I was like, I don't have any money. Like, they were just like, well, you need to figure it out. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went home and I talked to God in a way that I've never talked to him in my life. I was angry. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe you made me do this, and now it's falling apart. I was like, if you want me to stay in school, you better fix this immediately. You have 24 hours. I said, you have 24 hours. I went back to school, went to the bursar's office, and I was like, hey, like, I don't have any money. I was like, so how can we, like, work this out? And then she's like, well, let me check. And I had been talking to her all week. She knew what my balance was. So she logs in, and she was like, this doesn't, hold on. And she like keeps looking and she's like, this doesn't look right. And I was like, what doesn't look right? And she was like, hold on. And then she went to the back, grabbed somebody else, and they were both on the computer, and they're like, this doesn't look right. This doesn't make any sense. And I was like, how much do I owe? Like, what's going on? Because at first I owed like a couple thousand, you know?
Okay.
And she was like, I don't, she's like, I don't know what's happening. And I was like standing there for like 15 minutes, and they're like getting irritated and like calling other people. There ends up being 3 people at the desk, and they're like, this doesn't make any sense. And the girl was like, you know what? This is above us. If this is what it says, then that's what it is. Ma'am, you owe $400. I was like, excuse me? She was like, you owe $400. I was like, thanks.
Mhm.
I was like, thank you. And I left bawled like a baby. I was like, okay, God, loud and clear, I hear you. I'll stay in school. And I also finished the semester, president of the first ever marketing club, brand ambassador of the College of Business, marketing chair for the ACE Club, and I have 3 internships. Mind-boggling. But that's what God does when, like, he wants you to do something. He's just going to make it work. Like, you don't have to do much thinking. Just stay on the narrow path. Stay connected to the source.
So
That's what I did.
So I'm going to go back to my friend that's a cop, because he said if somebody doesn't, believe, there, challenge him. Challenge God. And it sounds like that may have been where you were at, but that's where, when I read the Bible, the people that were favored said what they felt, and God. But it's like, do you think God's surprised? Like, that's the thing that gets
He
me
knows.
tickled. It's like he already knew that you needed to get, like, come on now. He made you.
See, what do they say? He provides for the birds and
Yeah.
all the animals. Like, you don't, like, you think he's not going to help you? You think he's not going to clothe you and feed you? But sometimes we're like, or sometimes we're like that. We don't really need it. That's why we don't get it. But the things we need, we always have. Especially the things we need to do his will. Like, we'll have that for sure. Yeah, wow. Yesterday, I actually cried for 3 hours because I asked God to do something super small, and then he did it. And I was just like, I just instantly thought about how when I need big things, I'm like, oh God, please, could you please. And then I'm like, I don't know if he's going to do it. Like, of course he's going to do it. It's like he did that small thing, and it made me think about the big things and how I just need to have more faith. Like, why are you not knowing he's going to do X, Y, and Z, Cried for 3 hours. Happy tears for 3 hours, though. But my head was hurting so bad because I literally could not stop crying. I was like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be, like, connected to God. Like, and I was also just sad that some people live their life without him. Like, that's rough. Like, why would you choose to do that? You might as well try it. Like, you might as well try it because it's hard out there. Like, I I don't want to be out there. I'm on the inside. No.
But are you how do you feel like people see you now? Is it you've got okay, you're the president of this club, you're this club, you're here. I can't remember all those you said. It was impressive, but boom, 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 boom,
It's a
boom,
lot, yeah.
right? And so you go in there and you're an example for all of those people, right?
Uh-huh.
And so what are some conversations that you encounter based off of maybe do conversations go to faith? Do they go to
Almost always.
yeah?
Yeah, unintentionally. Like, if you don't want to talk about God, don't talk to me. Because it's gonna come up
Right.
naturally.
Right.
Like, I'd be saying, that's my sky daddy. Like, that's who I don't know. It just comes up all the time. Especially, like, if you have, like, a problem in your life and you come to me about it, like, if you don't want to hear about God, don't come to me with your problems. Because I'm definitely going to tell you to pray. I'm definitely going to pray with you. I'm definitely going to be sending you Bible verses. Like, I'm doing all those things. So, yeah, faith always comes up. Because I'm, like, new to being, like, this deep in it, I do, like, hesitate with talking to people that knew the old me. Because I know it's, like, night and day. And it's almost, like, unbelievable probably, and I don't want to have that awkward conversation because I mean everyone has the right to feel how they want to feel, but do not disrespect my faith.
Mm-hmm.
Do not do that. Like, it's going to be even more awkward. You know, so yeah, I feel like he comes up all the time, but I do hesitate with like certain people and past people that knew the old me and don't know what has happened in 6 months, because it was a lot. It was a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it's easy to not talk to someone for 6 months. So then, like, coming back to this is shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I completely get that. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I'm a firm believer that, you know, I'm 45 years old and I want to be better at 46
Mhm.
than I am at 45.
Of
Okay.
course.
So, and I can even say that I went on my InBody today and I'm the same weight and this and I'm as good. And it's like, wow,
That's what's up.
2 years ago to now, it's like, okay, you know,
Mhm.
but as you grow and as things happen, here's where I want to encourage you with people from your past. Okay. They'll pop up at the right time.
Yeah, I know.
They do. And when they do, it's so easy for them to see somebody else. It's so easy for them to refer to somebody else. And it's easy for you to go back to that person. It is. At the same time, it's a lot easier just to listen and see where they're at. And then you just sit back and now guess what? You know how to pray for them.
Exactly.
Just like you do with a business owner, just like you do with everybody. Because what's the one thing that, you know, I agree with 1,000% that you listen and you can help people, right?
Mhm.
As you said, don't bring problems unless you want to hear prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't ask for guidance unless you want to hear God. But as you continue to grow, all right, here's one of the things that kind of help people that are maybe where you are or where you were. Like, how do you look at the future now?
How do I look at the future?
Because a lot of
terms
people, like some people, like will say, "What's your 5-year plan? What's this
Oh.
plan? Like the future in any, like whatever." But do you?
To be serving God in everything that I do. Like, I mean, like in everything that I do. And I feel like, I just want to say this too. I feel like to people that are thinking about, like, you know, trying Jesus, like, they get caught up in the, like, I can't make my whole life about God. How do I make my work about God, my friends about God, my fun time about God? Like, because it's the little things. It literally is. You know, it's the interactions, the people that you just meet in the park, like the person that you see that's sad in the store or like crying or something. You know, like, you know, giving them encouragement. Like, it's so easy to be a servant
Yeah.
every day. You know, it's easy. Like, you're being a servant right now. You do it with your podcast. You know, like, I hope that everything in my life, I could trace it back to that.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, and I feel like that is so easy to do. I just want to help people. If it's not helping a business, you know, I don't know. Working with kids, I don't have kids, but like, just, I want to serve.
Yeah.
I want to be that person that someone met. They're like, you know, I met someone say that, like, told me about Christ, and I never heard it like that before, you know, because there's always that one person that will relate to me,
Mm-hmm.
but didn't relate to anybody else talking to them about it, you know? And I just want to be that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be that. I want to be that person that people who are thinking about, you know, being Christian, but they don't know who to talk to and being like, you know, I feel like I could talk to Tori. I want that to be how people think about me. That's all I want.
Mhm.
That's it. I pray for that every day.
So as you see the opportunity because you're being obedient, and that's how you knew that person at the grocery store was feeling that way, and you gave them an
Exactly.
encouraging word, and you're seeing those opportunities. But yeah, as you grow there, and it you know, it's so awesome to hear. And I was at church last night, and to see, I say younger people, you know, and I feel like to me, you're a kid. Okay, let's say,
man.
I mean, you know, it is, but
like
it's
that.
like, okay, but to see that, guess what? We're going to be okay.
Right?
There's kids and there's people. And the little guy that works at the gym that I saw that I'll introduce you to next time we're up there together. And I saw him at church, and his Bible was as big as his head, and I loved it.
Oh,
You know, I was just proud of it.
putting in work, yeah.
You know, and it's like, hey, that's the kind of people that I'm around. And there's a reason for it, because I want to say this to also encourage you. There was a long time that I was hesitant to be as vocal, as outspoken,
I think I'm there.
you know, and the reason was I was still worried that I may mess up, and then they would have a bullet, artillery, or something to use against to say, well, I would be a Christian, but you are, and this
Exactly
is
what
this,
I'm
right?
saying.
So, but you know what? I have since learned that God didn't call us to be perfect.
There's no way.
He called us to be faithful. He called us to be the servant and be obedient. So I want to encourage the listeners and you and everybody else, you know, be vocal about it. And we're all imperfect. Nobody's perfect. There was only one.
There's comfort in that.
Yeah.
Seriously. Man.
Yeah. Because you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And as you grow in your faith and you grow in your walk, just have the peace that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Right?
Which is just trying your best. Just try your best. That's it. I say that all the time to people, not just about faith, but just in general. Just try your best. Don't stress out about everything being, as long as you try your best, like that should make you feel good. Just try your best. You know, don't have anything. Like, try your best.
Make 5 A's.
I tried my best.
And that's what happened, right?
Yeah. I tried my best. God did the rest. That's what happened. And then I got 5 A's. That's how it works. That's the math. That's God math. You
Yes.
try your best and you'll still hit 100%. Like, it's just how it works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, and I feel that. And it's the blessing that this show has been, because in the beginning, I go back and I watch shows and I look at the past and I go and I judge myself and I critique the show, and I come back and then is something that's pointed out a lot by my beautiful wife that I say all the time. So as I'm developing there, I have went back and watched the last 20 shows and then back and forth, and wow, how they've turned to faith. And wow, how the conversations have went this way more, you know? And am I a mirror? Is it because of how I'm approaching the show? Is it the guest I'm having? Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. Tell them.
Like how I said I didn't quit. You didn't change the topic. Just everything is what God wants, big and small. That's what God wants. He just wants that's what he wants the conversation to be. That's what it's going to be. It could start with something, you know, we could have our own plans, but it's always going to end up being whatever God wants.
And that's a lot more fun to be in the game playing than sitting up there watching it. Yeah, because now we can contribute to the win with our best efforts.
Best efforts.
Right.
Trying our best.
That does kind of sound cliche, but it is true.
No, it literally is. Man, it's the simplest things are so hard for people to understand. But like when people say, oh, like he died for our sins, like you're good. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Literally, just try your best.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard for people to grasp.
Yeah.
I just honestly cannot believe I had 5 A's. I was like, 5 A's? Oh my gosh. There were times I thought I was going to get held back. It's just insane.
And probably should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You're right. There was one time that I did not take a language, And somehow I still graduated. And I don't know how that slipped through the cracks, but I was like, I never took a language. Everyone's taking a language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. So I don't know. Still graduated. God finished the rest. Like, yo,
Amen. So if people want to contact you to do some content shoots, to get some brand, to get some recognition around here, you know, how would they go about finding you on social media? What's the quickest way?
the quickest way would be my email because I check that constantly all the time. And that's Ross Media Management, all spelled out, at gmail.com. I'm also super active on LinkedIn. It's linkedin.com/Victoria Ashley Ross.
All right. So, guys, I know you've got value from this show, and I know that you should be sharing this show with somebody because as you guys watched it, you were thinking about somebody. I know you were because I was. So share this show, give us a comment, give us a like. If you've got a prayer concern, throw it in there. It'll get to Tori because it sounds like she's got a direct line to her Sky Daddy up there, right?
I do.
You do?
I do.
All right. Great show. Great show. Thank you guys for watching Podcast on Wheels.